This week, Norwegian Reindeer spectacular Kayak Bryn is hunting on top of the world. And the Long Ranger, Roy Lupton, has a new shiny. Welcome to Fieldsports Britain. It's the day before the opening of the reindeer hunting season in Norway, and Kai is heading north, and then some. He's a guest of Johan Trygve Solheim, known to his friends as Trigger. He's managing director of the Svanøy Foundation. It's an incredible place where he teaches people all about deer, how to manage them in the wild, and the best ways of farming them. Then of course there's the art of preparing, chilling and cooking them.
Maybe not correct to say that the carpet is sexy, but I mean, it's so nice.
We'll bring you more about his amazing deer centre in a future show. First, Kai needs to get up a mountain to find some wild ones. Don't worry kids, none of them belong to Father Christmas.
Is that on the right? Can you see that?
I see it.
Right, put makeup on. Just had to change my bags. I did have this black one here. We moved it to a slightly bigger, a bit more comfortable one. The straps of this one's a bit thin, and these are nice and thick here. And it's important that we realise this now, because 2 hours up a mountain when it's digging into my shoulders, I mean, this is fully laden with weight, but if we do shoot something up there, we're going to have to bring it back down between us. So if we do shoot a big reindeer, we're going to have to swap the meat around, and then I don't think this one's going to be able to manage. So we borrowed one here, got a bigger backpack. I'm going to take this one up instead. I'm going to need it. So this is the old road?
Yeah, the road is here, and back left and up.
But it's all gone?
All gone.
From the flood, it's all gone?
Yes.
This track used to go all the way up, around, then back up, but thousands of tons of soil, dirt, stone been washed away down the river and wiped away the track. So now we've got a little makeshift track going up this way. How long have we got left to go on the... How many more minutes, hours, days?
Du har inte upp där 300 meters.
300
meters.
500 meters?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got about 500 meters of track left now, and then we'll just get off the quads, and then it's all by foot the rest of the way. So that's when the hard work starts.
By quad bike and on foot, Trigger and his friends take Kai thousands of feet up into the mountains. They've been coming up here for years and have generously offered Kai one of their reindeer tags for this year. But first, they have to negotiate some tough terrain.
Well, we're just walking through this little bit of woodland here. We spotted some wild sorrel, so we're going to go back in a minute. Now we've had a rest, probably collect some. So if we get fish tonight when we go fishing, we'll go quite well with it. But first, a rest.
It's been a full day of vertical slog, and finally the cabin is in view.
Here we are. It's like heaven. All day walking. Big backpack. We're here. Hello.
Hello. And welcome to Solo.
I think I saw your brother a minute ago. He looks just like you. Is this Paradise. Cheers.
Yes.
Today is the first day of the reindeer hunt. Inga's on the receiver at the moment and is picking up local hunters around the area, not where we are but from the surrounding mountains, and they're telling us what they can see and what they can spot. And judging by the call this morning, we've had 5 bucks that's been spotted just across the mountain behind us. The weather is good, it's blue skies, a bit of a chill on the wind, but it looks like it's going to be a good day today, so we're gearing up ready for a good day's stalk.
Trigger is incredibly knowledgeable and stalks all over the world. So what's the difference between hunting a Scottish red and a Norwegian reindeer?
Reindeers are migrating all the time, always against the wind. So when we stalk reindeer, it's more like walking huge areas and you see nothing. In the highlands you see deer all over the place. It's more like finding the best one or the correct one to shoot. Here you just have to find them. You may go days without seeing anything, but when you first find them after a long walk or many days of walking, they're not necessarily more difficult to stalk than the reds, but they're still migrating, moving against the wind, and you have to find a good position to just get close enough, meaning 100 meters or less, to shoot one properly and take it down. But there's also another way, because of the migrating on this huge mountain area against the wind all year round. That's their system of surviving. They always seems to follow the same tracks as they've done for thousands of years. As forefathers used to use for trapping them, we now are sitting in such a position near one of those tracks, and we know that if any stalkers on the neighbor ground spooks them, or they just migrate naturally against the wind, they will pass this area, very close to where we're sitting now. And we're watching 360 degrees around, good view, so we will see if they're arriving and can make ourselves ready in good time to take one if there's one that we can shoot off the group.
After many hours of glassing and trekking, reindeer are finally spotted. And what a sight!
That's an absolutely amazing sight, look at that. We've been waiting for these for most of the day. And it's like walking into an army coming across the mountains.
They appear like an army of ants in the distance, and they're coming Kai's way. He is told to run ahead and get a stable shooting position. Incredibly, the reindeer, just as Trigger had said, follow their ancestral lines. They spot a struggling calf, but there's no guarantee of a clear shot through this dense pack of animals before they wind the hunting party. The backup plan is the second rifle, which will focus on the calf, and if that doesn't work, the other member of the party will be waiting further back up the valley. Is told to go for the mature buck at the front. It drops, and Kai has had a hunt that he will never forget.
Man, shaking. Wow. Man, I'm shaking.
incredible experience.
What an amazing creature. Straight through the shoulder.
Next time we'll be looking at the art of taking an animal of this size off the hill. For more information about Kai's Shooter King clothing, go to shooterking.co.uk, and for more about the Zoa 101, go to zoa.de. A fantastic wildlife spectacle from Norway. Thank you to Johan for making the trip possible for Kai, and thank you too to sponsors Zoa and to Shooter King. Now from a wildlife spectacle to wildlife in spectacles, it's David on the Fieldsports Channel News Stump.
This is Fieldsports Channel News. Coventry police are looking for a thug who pushed a fisherman into a pond. One man has come forward, but the other is at large. This film has been watched more than 100,000 times on the Spotted Coventry City Facebook page. There's been a tragedy on the Danish hunting TV show Nako Ill. Hosts Jan Skolbo and Nikolai Kirk were flying a falcon in France when this happened. The shocked team could do nothing. One of them said that was a good bird. Danish animal rights activists say this is proof that falconers don't care about falcons. French lorry drivers have not issued a statement. To watch the whole episode, go to bit.ly Danish Falcon. The state of Michigan is offering free deer stalking to children and shooters who have disabilities. Its Liberty Hunt takes place on 2 days in September. Here is 15-year-old cheerleader Danielle Bowles with a 13-point white-tailed buck she shot this year. The deer hunting season begins for the rest of Michigan's hunters on the 15th of November. A good breeding season and a lack of food means it's bad news for Bear 317 in the state of Colorado. The mother of 2 cubs pictured here has had one too many human interactions, and now state wildlife officials will shoot her and release her 7-month-old cubs into the mountains. Sweden's farmers and foresters are saying hunters are not trying hard enough. A population explosion of moose has led to huge crop and tree damage. The number of moose killed by hunters has risen tenfold since 1945 to around 100,000 each year, and the season opens in the south of the country on the 12th of October. But farmers want more. One leading forester described his work like building 100 Volvos and tipping 30 of them straight into the sea. And finally, this animal turned up outside a photographer's house in North Yorkshire. While most foxes are born with black fur, they turn red when they hit adulthood. A genetic defect means some don't change colour. Seen as a bad omen in medieval times, they're more common in North America. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking the stories, fishing for facts.
Thank you, David. Next up, let's have a look at what you lot have been up to in the last week. It is Hallo Charlie.
Hello Charlie, Will and Marcus here, night shooting. Got a few of your friends, Charlie.
Hello Charlie, I'm Ben. I've been up here with Simon. We've been stalking sambar deer around the Big River area in Victoria, Australia.
Hello Charlie, it's Vinny from Essex. Just got my first 2 ducks this season. Let's hope there's plenty more to come. Keep hunting, it's better than any day at school.
Hello Charlie, just doing some partridges today down at Tefont Magna. What a beautiful bit of the world.
That's it. Please send me your Hello Charlies via Facebook, YouTube, Dropbox, or email charlie@fieldsportschannel.tv. Thank you for those. Just shows what a fabulously wide variety of sport we get up to. Now, Roy Lupton has his go-to rifles. He has his rebarreled 22-250. He has his Seiko in 243. And now he's got something with a bit more reach.
I've been waiting for this for a long time. In all my months of sitting and doing all the breeding with birds and waiting for eggs to hatch and looking at young rearing, I've been waiting to get out and start shooting again. During that time, a friend of mine, Paddy Dane, has been putting some rifles together for me. One of them is an old faithful that I've had rebuilt and revamped. The other one is a completely new girl. It's a 6.5 by 47. Not a calibre I've used before, but it's a calibre that Paddy assures me will be absolutely wonderful for what I want to do, which is a bit of long-range shooting. With this round, I mean, from what you've been telling me, the bonus is with this is obviously we've got very low recoil on it, and it is an inherently accurate round as well.
Yeah, I mean the 6.5x47 for UK shooters really does tick a lot of boxes.
Right.
You've got inherent accuracy, you've got low recoil, you've got the ability to push a decent weight bullet with a good ballistic coefficient at a realistic speed, so you get good terminal performance. Very good barrel life.
Right.
So, if people want to go deer stalking, target shooting, or just have fun with their guns, they don't have to worry about, the barrel being burnt out.
Okay. Are you finding more people are going for the slightly quirkier calibers rather than just the bog standard get your ammo off the shelf?
I don't think so. I mean, I think really with the price of factory ammo and availability, it's not always available what you want. People are looking more and more towards reloading to cut the costs,
right,
and also improve performance of their rifles. So a lot of these calibers, which perhaps 10 years ago were considered quirky, are now actually quite mainstream.
Right. So you're seeing a lot more people taking them up?
Certainly, and especially with the 6.5x47, because it really is an easy cartridge to get to shoot. There's not particularly involved reloading process.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good first foray into the world of sort of accuracy cartridges.
I do like a very light, crisp trigger, and you were saying that we can either go a custom trigger or we can try lightning the spring.
There are two options basically. We could have gone with a very excellent unit from a company called Bix and Andy, which is around £300.
Right.
Or what we've actually done is fitted a aftermarket trigger spring from Dave Wild at Valkyrie Rifles.
Right.
And, it's around £12 and provides an excellent upgrade to the factory Tika trigger.
Okay.
So
what should that do to it? It should make it crisper, or
just have a crisper and around a pound and a quarter trigger pull.
Okay, excellent.
Still being very safe.
Right.
Super. And it's a simple modification.
And if we don't like it, then we can just swap out.
Yes, if we don't like it, we can always go the other route. But I have a feeling you'll be very happy with it.
Excellent stuff. And now, I mean, for the shiny blingy part as well. So the guys from Highland Outdoors have very kindly sent me a GRS stock down to go on the new toy. What do you think of the GRS stock?
Actually, the more I handle them, the more they grow on me. I think the ergonomics of the stock with the thumb up shooting position have been very well thought out.
I mean, after seeing all fuse as one, I decided that we had to have a shiny to go on it. But I do like the look of them. They do look quite swanky, don't they? And the finishing touches are, we put the mod on. And what have we got on there, mod-wise?
We've gone from the new MAE compact moderator from Julian Savory at JMS Arms.
Right.
It's a new reflex style moderator without a rear bush.
Right.
That he's bringing in, and it's a fantastic compact, all stainless model, and been selling a lot of them.
Yeah. Okay. And there she is.
Here we go.
Superb. Thank you very much. That is absolutely wonderful. Right, can we go in the back garden and play now?
Very nice, Mr. Lupton, and we'll be catching up with him and his new 6.5x47 in the very near future. Now, from the small world of rifles to the wider world of hunting on YouTube, it is Hunting YouTube. This is Hunting YouTube, which aims to show the best hunting and shooting videos that YouTube has to offer. Eric C sends in his 2015 Duck Opener Day 1 Part 1. He's having a blast in the USA and limits in about half an hour. For some beautifully filmed falconry, don't be put off by the Spanish title. Cazar sin armas, the name of this channel, means hunting without guns, and it is falconry without commentary too. This is pre-banned footage of the Devon and Somerset stag hounds using tufters to select the stag and a full pack of hounds to hunt it, much more effective than Tony Blair's system of using 2 hounds. It has excellent commentary by I Know Who, but who clearly is worried about attacks by antis, so does not want to reveal herself. Here is how to do a hunting trip. The Wild North has made 3 films about setting up beaver camp in Canada, and this is part 1. Also preparing for the season, but this time whitetail further south in the USA, Bradley Burnett hosts Always Outdoors, and this is episode 20. He is reviewing his trail cam footage, which is not going to win him a Sundance Award, but it's an original idea. Now, pest control. It's a tough time to be a feral hog in the USA. Thermal hog hunt with the new new ATN Thor 640 2.25x shows how you can take down most of a sounder in just a few seconds. Clark Boys Hunting NZ does it the old-fashioned Kiwi way in this film. Noah, Sam and their pup Fenton go for a hunt with some friends who have good dogs and get 4. And finally, let's mark Monday's Blood Moon with this film, Boar Hunt on the Blood Moon. Lone Star Boars is out with Thermal. That's it for this week. If you have a YouTube film you would like us to pop into the weekly top 8, send it in via YouTube or email me the link, charlie@fieldsportschannel.tv.
Now that's what everyone else has been up to on YouTube in the last week. This is what we've been up to. Airheads goes to the north of Scotland, where Jamie is on the Macaire defending this fabulous grassy dune land from rabbits. Meanwhile, we are out after rats in a barn in Gloucestershire. In clay sports, we're reporting from the White-billed Challenge and the Game Ball Gold Cup. Plus, Aaron Heading puts on a fat suit to see just how many layers he can wear and still shoot a clay. Click on the links on the screen for more. Well, we are back next week. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Go to our website, fieldsportschannel.tv. Click to like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter, or pop your email address into our constant contact box and we'll send you our weekly newsletter about our show. Field Sports Britain is at 7 PM UK time every Wednesday, and this has been Field Sports Britain. Good hunting, good shooting, good fishing, and goodbye.